Greetings, fellow Earthlings and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215, and right now we're in the state of Kentucky. We're currently in the city of Ashland. We're going to be doing a driving tour of downtown Ashland, Kentucky. It's 74 degrees outside right now. We have the Ashland police in front of us. They're in an SUV. We're passing Giovanni's, the Italian place to be, on our left-hand side. We have Bill's Auto Parts on our left-hand side. We're about 2 minutes away from our desired start destination. We're passing 9th Street. We're on Greenup Ave, as in the color green and up. Look up. We have Plumbers Union on our right. It was like a plumbing and steam farming union or something like that. We're passing 10th and Greenup. We got Glockner pre-owned automotive vehicles on our right, and more Glockner dealership real estate on our left-hand side. We're passing 11th and Greenup. We have the Glockner Auto Credit of Ashland on our right-hand side. We have La Finca on our left-hand side. Authentic Mexican food. We're about 1 minute away from our desired start destination. We're approaching downtown Ashland right now as we speak. We have Ashland Cycle on our left. It's Ashland Cycle Center. Looks like a bicycle spot. Motorcycle collision on our right. Carpet mill outlet on our right. Ceramic tiles, hardwood floor, carpet, and more. So off of first impression, it doesn't look like there's a high downtown skyline. We have the Carl D. Perkins Federal Building on our left-hand side and United States Courthouse. I'm traveling about 18 miles an hour. I do have a vehicle behind me. I'm going to try to slow it down more in hopes that they just go around me. There's 2 lanes. So we're currently in the downtown area. We're passing 16th. We have Vapor World on our right. I'm going to slow it down a lot. We're coming to a red light anyway. Remax Real Estate on our left. We have the Ashland Fire Department SUV on our right, and WSAZ News Channel 3 on our right. I'm going to make this right-hand turn. Directly in front of us on our right-hand side, we have the Ashland City Building. I don't know if that's comparable to City Hall, but it's called the City Building. This person on our left was going to go right through the red light. And then they reconsidered it. They started reversing. I'm going to make this right-hand turn. We're on 17th. The intersection of 17th and Korean War Veterans Way on our left-hand side. First Baptist Church on our left. Retina Associates of Kentucky on our left. So since this is a small downtown, we're just going to probably span maybe 3 blocks up, make a right, and then come down, go up and down for a few. It looks like there's businesses on my right-hand side. We got Corby's Jockey Club on our right-hand side. It looks like they had antiques there also. Medical Waste Services on our left. All right, so to be completely honest with you, I know I said I was going to go up 3 blocks. I'm going to go up 3 blocks still. It just doesn't look like there's much activity over here. Downtown probably span 2, maybe 3 blocks. Maybe it's like a 2x3 square or rectangle in that case. Let's continue moving forward. We got Campbell Woods on our right, attorneys at law, and the Appalachian Electric Supply Company on our left. Okay, let's continue moving forward. We're passing Mayo, as in mayonnaise or mayonnaise. Mayo. This is the first time I've ever heard a street named Mayo. Where's ketchup? We're at 17th and Central. We have an elementary school on our left-hand side. That's an elementary school. That's called Crabbe Elementary School. C-R-A-B-B-E. Crabbe. We're approaching Bath Ave. We have the Ashland Family Resource Center on our left-hand side. I'm going to make this right-hand turn on Bath Ave. If you get some mayo on your face or your arms, you better take a bath right after. All right, so I'm going to reverse because this one house caught my attention immediately. So I see a lot of vinyl-sided homes, 2-3-story homes. But this one right here is red brick. Check out that property right there. You see the one with that cone on the rooftop? It looks like a good 2.5, almost 3 stories. It has a nice lawn. The lawn is raised. In front of the lawn, there is another lawn. Their personal lawn is probably 16, 17 feet. Then there's about 5 steps to get up to your first lawn, or your second lawn, I should say, because technically the first one's right here near the street side. You see the little walkway? So they have like a double lawn. That's, I guess, more yard maintenance. But I like that property right there. That's a pretty cool looking property. This is the Governor's Inn over here on my left. Wow. It's called the Governor's Inn. Look at some of these houses. Whoa. Look at this on my right. Look at that giant flower pot. Do you see the detail to that flower pot on our right hand side? Look at the entrance. Check out the podiums. The podiums are probably anywhere from like 16 to 20 feet tall that are holding up the front awning. Again, another brick home, a centered doorway. They have a nice walkway with bricks that takes you straight to the front door. That's a really nice property, especially that giant flower pot they had. They even got rocking chairs outside, y'all. White rocking chairs. They were painted white. Wow, some of these houses are incredible. We're at 16th and Bath Ave. Look at this one right here on my left. Whoa. Sheesh, look at the steps. Look at that. All right, let's look at the front of the house first, right? From afar. That's like a quality stone, right? Now, the thing that made me say, whoa, was these steps. They're on both sides. This looks like it could be a museum. Look at this set of steps. Look at the flower pots next to the steps. Yo, they got a grill. They got all type of patio furniture. That's a pimping house. That's a really nice house, guys. We have some across the street on my right with vinyl siding and so on. That one with the stone. Some of these houses look presidential just because of those really tall podiums. Man, it's not bad. Let's make this right on 15th and Bath. We're coming off of Bath. We're now on 15th. The street is relatively smooth. From afar on my left-hand side, you'll see a bridge. I don't know if you noticed it. There's a set of bridges. A blue one and a green one. Now, make note, when I got on the bridge, there was a sign that read, trucks stay at least, at minimum, 30 feet apart. Which kind of seemed pretty sketchy to me. It's like they didn't want multiple trucks creating a lot of weight on the bridge. That's kind of sketchy, right? You must stay at least 30 feet away from the other truck. But they were nice bridges. All right, so we're facing downtown once again. I see one building that I guess you consider probably the tallest out of the whole entire city. It looks like it's like probably 8 stories, maybe. That square-looking one right in front of us, rectangle, square, whatever you want to call it. We're passing Mayo Plaza, 15th and Mayo Plaza. These streets are super smooth, very well paved. We're passing 15th and Carter. We have the Christian Alexander Home Decor building on our right. Merrill Norman on our right. On our left-hand side, we have Tipton's Tradition Bakery. And on our left, we have the Jewel Art Gallery and Airbnb with a nice mural. We have a gentleman on my right smoking a cigarette, and he's texting on his phone. A female on our left looked like she was a waitress. She was coming out of probably work, taking a break. We're passing Winchester. We're on 15th and Winchester. So what it looks like we're going through the cross blocks. The block that I just passed right behind me looked like, oh, look it on our left, Ashland, Kentucky. You see that mural? You look good in Ashland, Kentucky. That's what it says. Oh, do I? All right, let's stop here. I'm going to make a left, right? Not a left, right, but I'm letting you know. I'm confirming. I'm going to make a left-hand turn on Greenup Ave, which is where we started at. But then when I get to the next corner, I'm going to make another left. So we can, I guess, do the last cross block or two, and then we'll go down the main street. Ashland is a home rural class city in Boyd County, Kentucky, in the United States. Ashland, the largest city in Boyd County, is located upon the southern bank of the Ohio River. The population was 21,684 people as of the 2010 United States Census. Ashland is the smaller of the two primary cities in Huntingdon or Huntington, Ashland metropolitan area, which is referred to locally as the tri-state area, and had a population of 361,487 people in 2017, while the Kentucky portion was home to 110,641 people in 2017. So they got a little tri-state area thing going on, a little trifecta, kind of like how we have in Philadelphia, PA. We got Delaware and we got New Jersey, you know, the little tri-state. So we can't make left. Oh, no, it says no trucks. All right, but we're not a truck. At least I don't think we are. Let's make this left-hand turn. Oh, let me see. Let me double check. Oh, no, that whole block's closed off. They're doing some serious crane work. They have a giant crane with like a wrecking ball. I came in like a wrecking ball. All right, we're going under one of the bridges. I'm going to make a left coming up. I'm going to try to make a left. We're passing La Finca again. You see? Happy Cinco de Mayo. They're super duper late. They still got that digital display saying Happy Cinco de Mayo. Oh, I see something that looks... Oh, no, that was a one-way. I saw a cool Ashland sign, but there was no way that I can get to it because it was a one-way. Let me see. We're back near the dealerships. I want to get back to that main street. Let me see if I can make this left here. They have a Kelly Blue Book. Tongue twister. They have a Kelly Blue Book buying center over here on our left. We passed it about a half a block ago. But those of you guys who don't know what the Kelly Blue Book is, that is a book that you can use, and or it's also a website that you can go to see what's the recommended sale price, what you should sell your vehicle for. We're on Winchester Ave. We just came off of 10th and Winchester. We have AutoZone on our right and Arby's on our left. Yeah, so the Blue Book will basically give you the estimated value, you know, private seller's value versus dealership value, trade-in value, and so on. And, you know, you'll put the information, any trims, any add-ons, is it a special edition, what's the mileage, what's the condition, and then it'll give you a general idea of what you should sell and or buy your vehicle for. So if you're about to buy a vehicle, make sure that you check the Blue Book value. Make sure they're not overcharging you, you know what I mean? Or if they're not undercharging you, because I know a deal is always good. However, you know, if it smells too good to be true, it might, you know, be a flop. So, you know, if you're getting offered a $9,000 used vehicle that on the market traditionally goes for $9,000, but they're selling it to you for $2,000, you might want to double check that VIN number. Right, 11th in Winchester, we got a GameStop on our left. GameStop Plus. I've never heard of GameStop Plus. Remember Funko Land? You remember? How many of y'all remember Funko Land? We got First Stop Beer, Wine, and Liquor on our left. All right, guys, so now we're driving through the official tissue downtown right here. This is the official downtown. We was a block shy of downtown, but hey, we're already here, so we might as well go with the flow. Yeah, they got a Sonic on our left that looks completely different than all the other Sonics I've ever seen in America. We have a Burger King on our right. We got Kentucky tags in front of us. We have the white ones on our right on the Honda Pilot, and in front of us we have the GMC Sierra, the red truck, black tags. Cole keeps the lights on. So that's telling me that Kentucky has some connection with Cole. So Ashland, how much space does Ashland take up? The total area of Ashland, the city, consists of 10.77 square miles. Land is 10.73 square miles. Water is 0.03 square miles. And the most recent census, as of the year 2020, which was the last one, the census came in at, they tabulated 21,625 people. So almost 22,000 people, a little over 21.5K. The density breakup is 2,014.44 people per square mile. Now remember we talked about the city versus the metropolitan area? The metro, as of 2020, the metropolitan area, because this is part of the metropolitan area, is 287,702 people. We are approaching D. On our right-hand side, we have a beautiful theater called the Paramount. Fantastic theater. Great example of what a classic theater could look like today. It's in great shape. Let's stop here. We have a church on our left. I see Fifth Third Bank directly in front of us. I also see a taller building, Community Trust Bank. This is that block they were working on our left. It looks like, oh, they're demolishing this building. Yeah, they got a giant hole in it. We're next to Calvary Episcopal Church on our left. Yeah, they got a giant hole in it, and they're literally with a wrecking ball, yo. I was just joking because I thought about the song. I came in like a wrecking ball, but no, seriously, they're really wrecking it. Like this big building on our left. Somebody probably bought it. All right, we're on the fast lane. Let me merge right just to get out of the fast lane. Fifth Third Bank on our right. Thorough Agency on our right. Framed Up Gallery on our right. We're passing 15th. Winchester and 15th. We got Lara's on our left. Wits, Frozen Custard on our left. I don't like custard. How many of you guys like custard? I don't like it. Community Trust Bank on our right. Metro by T-Mobile on our left. Let's continue moving forward. Oh, man, we got some nice buildings over here, but everybody's traveling too fast. I'm doing 21 miles an hour, but people want to go faster. Highland Museum and Discovery Center on our right. United States Post Office on our left. That thing looked fancy. It looked like a courthouse. Corby, Antique Mall and Collectibles inside on our right. We're passing Freedom Square. Retina Associates of Kentucky on our right. I read another red light. So the mayor is Matt Perkins, and the city manager is Michael. It looks like Grace. It's basically Grease. You know the word Grease, Grease, spelled with two letters flipped, Graese. So Grease, I'm assuming. Let's make this right-hand turn. We're gonna turn right on Henry Clay. This is Henry Clay Boulevard. We have the First United Methodist Church on our left-hand side. No left turns in front of us. On our left, we have Horizon Weight Loss. Oh, this is a one-way. That's why we can't make a left. All right, let me make a right. It's only right to make a right. Acme, A-K-M-E, Acme Drug Testing, LLC. Yo. Appalachian Electric Supply on our left. Medical Waste Services on our right. We're passing 17th and Carter. We have Sal's Italian Eatery and Speakeasy on our left. Yo. So I don't know about y'all growing up, but we had speakeasies in the neighborhood and on my block. And what the speakeasy consisted of, I'm sure a lot of people know what a speakeasy is. But if you don't know, let me elaborate. We got custom t-shirts, Speedy signs on our right, City National Bank on our left, Allstate on our right, and Christian Alexander Home Decor on our right. So speakeasy basically was a home, somebody without a liquor license would buy a bunch of beer, alcohol, whatever, shots, and they would sell it from their house. Obviously illegally because they didn't have the liquor license. And, you had to know someone that knew someone to go to the speakeasy because they wouldn't just serve anyone. So I remember as a kid, like my neighbor, his pop would want us to, walk up the block and go grab them like $5 worth of shots. So, it was $1 a shot. And they were in the little shot bottles. And, you basically were buying alcohol without needing an ID. Like, since they knew who we were coming for, they would serve us as kids. You know what I mean? That probably wasn't the most wise thing, but we're passing 14th. We got Leadingham Eye Care on our left, Belafonte Italian Restaurant on our left, and more. Ashland Youth Ballet, or Ballet, wow, spelled ballet, but it's really ballet, the T silent, on our right, wow. Creative Movement, ballet, point jazz, tap, tumbling, hip-hop, adult, classes offered, all skills, all ages, all skill levels, yep. Now showing Ashland Youth Ballet. That's cool. We're passing a Domino's Pizza on our right-hand side and Gilliam Drug Health Mart. We got Desco Federal Credit Union on our right. Let's go up probably another block and then make a left because I feel like we're getting far, far away from the downtown area. But since downtown's so small, I might as well just spin the block a couple times, show y'all a little bit of the area connecting to downtown. All right, let's continue moving forward. We just passed the Ashland Central Fire Station on our right-hand side. And we got the Chesapeake and Ohio Railway on our left. Holy Family School on our right. Ashland Elks on our left. I'm going to make this left-hand turn. We have the Kentucky Farmers Bank on our right. Yeah, so the speakeasies, there was plenty of times where they would get, I guess somebody would call the cops on them, and they would get raided. And they would take all the alcohol, and I'm sure they would give them a fine. But then, little did you know it, a couple months or a couple weeks later, they're back in action. So it was interesting to see an actual legit business utilize the name Speakeasy in their business title. I think speakeasies started like around Prohibition, right? You know, when they criminalized alcohol and people were still selling it in the basements and all of that stuff. I'm not too familiar with that era, but I'm sure that probably has some influence on when, you know, speakeasies were derived. And besides, the liquor license is incredibly expensive to my knowledge. It's probably, I don't know, I'm guessing $50,000, $75,000, $100,000 for a liquor license, I'm assuming. Because I think a tobacco license is about that much, $50,000 or something. Passing Unity Square on our right. Let's go up probably 10 blocks, 8 blocks, 9 blocks. We're passing 10th and Central. Let's take it up to like 18th, 19th or whatever, something like that. And then make a left. And come right back down the main street, just so y'all can get another view, because I know last time it was a little fast. We're at 11th and Central. There's a huge lot on my right. For sale, build to suit. All right, right now we're currently at Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Central Avenue, Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. So Ashland is located at an elevation of 551 feet above sea level. Are there any notable people from Ashland, Kentucky? Well, let's take a look. Let's see, what do we have? We're still waiting behind this red, right? Absolutely. We have, if you know anybody, let us know. Claria Hornboom, Billy Ray Cyrus. Yo, I kind of know him. He's a country music singer born and raised in Flatwoods, Kentucky, just outside of Ashland. Billy Ray Cyrus, Trace Cyrus, Mark Fawson, Lee French, Gina Haspel, Jillian Hall, Mabel Height, Chris Jennings. I've heard of him. I don't really watch sports, but I've heard of him. The Judds, Allison Anders, Steve Kazee. Let's continue moving forward. Green light. Passing Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. We have Central Medical Plaza on our right. They're painting this building on our left green. It was half white, and they look like they spraying it with maybe a spray gun. Passing 13th, we have Bridgestone Complete Tire Service, Car Service on our left. Ashland Credit Union on our right. Credit Union drive-through. We have some homes on our left. Donna's Hairstyling on our right. We're passing 14th and Central. Members Choice Credit Union. Yo, that's like the 7th credit union I've seen. Another lot for sale on my right at the intersection of 15th and Central here in Ashland, Kentucky. We just passed the Masonic Temple on our right. Fields Flowers on our right. Ashland Child Care Development on our right. Primary Plus on our left. We're passing 16th. That's a beautiful house on my right. I'm doing 20 miles an hour, but I do have a bunch of cars behind me, so they're influencing my speed. We're passing 17th. Crab Elementary on our right. Park Place on our left. Tenants and customer parking only. Tennis courts, tons and tons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dang, over 10 tennis courts on our right-hand side. This town must be a fanatic of tennis. We're at 19th and Central. There's a park on our right-hand side and a volleyball court. 1, 2, and then they got a soccer field. We're at 20th and Central. K-Mag Photography on our left. Yo, this car behind me, I've been trying to drive so slow. Speed limit's 25, I'm doing 20. Every time I slow down even more, they just stay with me. And you got this whole lane open on my left. I'm going to merge left just to get out of their way, because we're way past the 20th, the border that I wanted to follow. She cruising, so she ain't in no rush. From afar, I see King's Daughters Parkview Patient Tower. Look at the parking slots on my right. They're sectioned off with white paint. Like you get your own little box, letting you know you should stay within your box. Let's make this left at 22nd. We have a female right here with a bicycle. I'm going to allow her to cross the street. Go ahead, ma'am. You are more than welcome to go. Oh, you want to walk? Go ahead. You can walk your bike. We have the Salvation Army Emergency Shelter on our right-hand side. Unified Psychiatry on our left. Psychiatric Center. HHG Health on our right. Addiction Medicine, Behavioral Health, Hypertension Clinic. So you have Allison Anders, Steve Kazee, Sonny Lanham, Michelle Mahone, Venus Ramey, Charlie Rellyford, Julie Reeves, Jay Rodmere, Charles Manson. Oh, he's part of the Manson family. Yo, Charles Manson from here? Oh, he's a murderer. That's not funny. But we talked about that on a dozen of tours. Every time I see a notable person that's a murderer, I'm like, yo, but like, why would they? Don't put that person as a notable person on the list, bro. Because that's like that's letting people know, like, if you want to go down in history, if you want to be forever embodied in this town's history, commit a crime, a big crime. You know what I mean? That's backwards. All right, we have a Sunoco gas station on our right-hand side. Regular gas is $4.39 per gallon. Winchester. Should we go down Winchester or the next one? I think Winchester. Let's go down Winchester. It's a little muggy out. Since it rained, it's still drizzling on and off. And then it's a little warm. It causes humid temperatures. Music Box Express on our left. Several other businesses. Quick Loans, Tri-State Barber College. Barber College, guys. Goodwill on our left. Enterprise Rentals on our right. We're at 21st and Winchester. Studio 21 Spa and Salon on our left. Jolly Pirate Donuts on our left. Jolly Pirate Donuts. Aye, matey. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Toonie Square Pants. So, you know, I can't hold my breath for that long. First Christian Church on our left. We're passing 19th and Winchester. Bluegrass Inn on our right. WVA Electric Supply Company on our left. We're stopping here at Freedom Square. This is called Freedom Square. So after Charles Manson, you got Don Robinson, Robert Smedley, Jean Bell Thomas, Alberta Vaughn, Brandon Webb, Keith Whiteley, Chuck Woolery, Lindy England. Does Ashland have any connection to pop culture? Ashland, Kentucky is mentioned at the beginning of Part 4, Chapter 2 in On the Road by Jack Kerouac. So I guess that's a book, I'm assuming. So he mentions this town in a book, hence why it's related to pop culture. All right, we're driving straight through downtown once again. I'm trying to travel slow. I'm doing 20, but I got a dozen cars behind me. Highland Museum, Discovery Center on our left. So we're basically going to see the same businesses. It's just the opposite way. Maybe give you guys a second look. Trust Community Bank on our left. And Ashland, Kentucky is also mentioned as the location of the rebel Georgian Coalition camp in the NBC television series Revolution, episode 1.17, The Longest Day, first aired May 13th, 2013. All right, let's continue moving forward. On our left, we have Community Trust Bank. We're passing the Camayo, an arcade. That's pretty cool, the Camayo Arcade or the Camayo. Wits Frozen Custard on our right, Ashland Nutrition, the Visitor Center, Lara's Tuxedo Rental. It looks like wedding dresses. On our left, we have Fat Patties. Bite this, and they had a giant burger. Fat Patties. We have Kirk Law Firm on our left, Stockton Mortgage, and more. We're approaching 14th Street, the big 14. Wow, we have a nice building on our right. It's blue, baby blue. I'm not a big fan of baby blue, but that was done right. is baby blue, and is red. Tri-State Escape. Breakout games. Yo, that's an escape room, y'all. The baby blue building is an escape room. Go figure. Paramount Theater was on our left. Let's slow down here. Yellow light. Cars behind me just gonna have to wait and be patient. So what type of media do they have? They have two newspapers, The Independent and the Greater Ashland Beacon. The Daily Independent is a 5-day morning daily newspaper which covers the city and the surrounding metropolitan area. In addition, it offers national, state, and regional news, sports coverage via reprints of Associated Press and CNHI wire reports and columns. The newspaper is often called The Independent or the Ashland Daily Independent by locals, as they were the former names. We got radio stations, WKAO, 911, Contemporary Christian Radio, Country Radio, Classical Country Radio, Oldies Radio, Sports Talk Radio, Christian Talk, and Teaching Radio. Wow, that's it? Wow. Yeah, on the way over here, we was listening to some like straight country. Yo, I was saying, it sounded like somebody's uncle was just singing. We got Sonic on our right. Let's make this left here. Make this left. There's the Ashland Fire Department vehicles on our left. Well, now they're on our right. As we're driving left, you're going to see them on your right. You see them? Drive Smart, Kentucky. 60 Safe Corridor. Desco Credit Union on our left. All right, so it looks like we got a good bit of downtown on Smash, or shall I say downpack. So if that's the scenario, remember those big houses we saw? Let's go forward 2-3 blocks and make a left before the highway, because it looks like we can get on the highway here. And I definitely don't want to get on the highway, just not yet. We have a Bob Evans on our left. We are grateful on Memorial Day. So let's make a left here. Let's make a left here, because in front of us it looks like you can get on 64, and I don't want to get on Route 64. 64. Central Medical Plaza, King's Daughters. Everything's named King's Daughters. Not everything. There's a dozen or so businesses related to King's Daughters. I wonder if that's like a major entity. Is it like a health system? Is that what their health system is called here, King's Daughters? I do not know. If you have the knowledge, feel free to chime in the comment section. So what is Ashland famous for? Ashland serves as an important economic and medical center for northeastern Kentucky and is part of the 5th largest metropolitan area in Kentucky. Is Ashland, Kentucky a nice place to live? Ashland has a wonderful small town feel. There are plenty of places to eat, the schools are really nice, and the people are super friendly. The town is very walker friendly as well. Central Park is beautiful with a lot of people playing tennis, walking their dog, visiting the park. I'm going to, I can't make a right. I was about to make a right. False. Access denied. All right, let's make a right here. Boom. We're turning right by Donna's Hairstyling and Family Dentistry. Sementog. Podiatric. What major city is near Ashland? You got Ironton. Iron, like, I'm sorry, iron, like an ironing board. Iron, like iron. There you go, iron. Or iron, yeah. Ironton, or Ironton. I-R-O, like Iron Man. You feel me, right? We're at 14th and Bath. We got St. Paul's Lutheran Church on our right. So let's not go left, because we already went through that block. That was the block with the really nice, gorgeous houses. So these houses are, not only are they big and nice and neat looking, they're 2 blocks away from downtown. So I guess these people got, prime advantage, maximum convenience. They can just walk up the block and eat at cafes or whatever they got going on over there. Back at that custard spot. We're at 14th and Montgomery. How many of you guys like custard? I don't really like it. Look on my right. There's people sitting outside on the porch. There's a gentleman right here with some quick concrete in his trunk. Quick concrete, you just add water and it does the job for you. Mix, and you better work fast because it's going to dry up. I've used that before. It comes in handy. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to know how to mix it. You just gotta add water for the most part. We're at 15th in Montgomery. We have a gentleman on our left with a pea green collar shirt. He's taking a walk with his cane. I'm gonna slow down. There's no cars behind me. I'm doing 12 miles an hour. Let me slow it down a little bit more. Yeah, so you know what I didn't like growing up? Speaking of custard, my pop used to take me to Rita's, right? You know, Rita's water ice. If you guys don't know what Rita's water ice, some of you guys don't probably even know what water ice is. A lot of people, surprisingly, I spoke about water ice in several other tours in the past. They're like, Toon, what is water ice? Dude, you mean frozen water? I'm like, nah, bro. Water ice is like a treat. It's kind of like a frost. Nah, Frosty's more like ice cream. It's kind of like a snow cone, but it's an Italian water ice. So anyway, you guys gonna have to Google what water ice means, or what water ice is. A picture of it. We're at 16th in Montgomery. Well, anyway, my pop used to, we got an older gentleman, probably in his 70s, getting into his really nice Jeep. Nice color, sir. Green. I like your color. They say geniuses think alike. Great minds think alike, sir. Green. I would have chose that 100 green too, baby. But so he used to take me to get what is it? A gelati? I think it's a gelato. No, it's a gelati. Gelato's the strand of Mary Jane. We're at 17th in Montgomery. This is Central Park in front of us. Let's go through Central Park. Oh, this is the park. Look at on our left. There's a playground. There's parking spots right here. Oh, there's a baseball field on my right. Yo, this park got tons and tons of activities. I'll tell you that much. And you can drive through it. Yeah, yo. Look at those people on my left playing with their kids in the park. Really, really, really nice park they got going on here. I'm driving super slow, 9 miles an hour. Yeah, so a gelati. So what does a gelati consist of? I believe it has custard on the bottom, water ice from like so custard is like, it fills up the, all right, let me take a second to breathe. Custard fills up about 25% of the cup. The other 75% is dedicated to water ice of your choice, whatever, cherry, blueberry, rainbow, whatever. And then the top, they put whipped cream and they put, dang, this whole jungle gym system is massive, bro. Like we passed like 6-7 different types of jungle gyms for the kids, like a little miniature amusement park. And it's free. And you know what I say? If it's free, it's for me. Let's make this right, because this looks like there's more houses over here. We're on Chatton Drive. So it's 25% custard, 75% water ice. I don't know if those are the exact ratios, but that's what it looked like. The top, they put like whipped cream and then they drop a cherry on it. A, I don't like custard. B, I definitely don't like whipped cream. C, cherries are good, but nah, you could keep it. I just take the water ice by itself, you know what I mean? Just water, ice. All right, so we're at Lexington Ave, Chuck Woolery and Lexington. Look at that house on our left, beautiful house. Look at that house on our right, fantabulous. Notice how I didn't say fantastic, or I didn't say fabulous. I said fantabulous. Yo, is that word real? If that word's not real, can I copyright it? Can this be like official tissue that I invented a word? Somebody probably said that before, right? Fantabulous. Oh, we got a chick driving by us on a little 50cc scooter. She was out, yo. She was doing like a whole 45.6 miles an hour. Oh, speaking of Lexington, since we just passed Lexington, I do understand that Kentucky has a Lexington, which is a major city, but unfortunately it was not on our route. I don't want to sound repetitive, but we gotta like stick and move. It would have probably cost us, anywhere from $200 to $250 just to go visit Lexington and then to head back north, because we gotta head to West Virginia after this. So I'm sorry if you were looking forward to me doing Lexington, but I will not be doing it this time around. There's always the future. You know what I mean? There's always the future. The thing is that I created a GoFundMe in order to help, lessen some of the burden of the cost of travel. I created that and I advertised it 1 month before we even left California. I did it right when we arrived at California. We were at California for about a month and a half. And thanks to the handful, maybe a dozen or so people that made their donations, we were only able to this date to raise about $280 out of the, I believe I estimated about $2,500 I was trying to raise. That was the goal, which I was still gonna have to probably take another $2,500 out of pocket to pay for gas, but it would have been pretty neat if the people from the World Wide Web, I have about 40,000+ subscribers, if everyone would have donated $1, we would have had $40,000 and been rich. Say no. But if even if at 40,000 subscribers, if everyone would have donated a quarter or 50 cents, we would have probably reached that 2,400 goal. But we unfortunately weren't able to reach it. It's cool. It is what it is. We're here on the East Coast, with little to no help. But shout out to the people that did assist and support. There's people out there that do try their best. But with that being said, every day I'm getting comments, yo, come up here, which is like 4 hours away. Yo, you should come down here, which is 3 hours away. It's like, it's very costly, guys. It's very costly. Let's make this U-turn because it looks like we're approaching a hidden driveway, guys. Yeah, it looks like we're like going up to like the mountains or something. I'm gonna make a U-turn now, so we can continue to explore the residential neighborhood. It looks like we've pretty much covered most of downtown. But anyway, so like I was saying, yeah, man, it's really costly, and there's always a future. And in the future, we're near Kentucky, we're near Ohio, we're near Detroit. These are places that are near PA. So in the future, I can always make the move to come back up here and visit, So right now, we just got to tend to our responsibilities, man. Like, we weren't able to file taxes on time. I wanted to, I started the process, but I got a lot of documentation, receipts and stuff at home, and there's just a lot that people just don't understand. There's people that still want me to come out and stay out. They're like, stay out, Tune, come here, Tune, come there. Somebody, shout out to the viewer because she's supportive, but she recommended coming to come up to Alaska, and bro, like, you don't even know how much that's going to cost. Like I said before, if we had an unlimited gas card, if somebody out there wanted to be generous and say, look at Tune, we put $20,000 on this gas card. It's solely for gas. You can't do nothing but use it for gas. Boom. That would have been more of an incentive to travel further places, or but even then, like I said, we got responsibilities back at home, property that needs to be managed, taxes that need to be done, family and friends that need to be caught back up on. So it's cool. We're not going to do Lexington this time around, but in the future, I can always come through Lexington. It's not really far. It's far, but it's not really far. I'm assuming, I know when I was in Ohio, let's make this right. Hold on, is this a one-way? No, there's a speed limit sign facing this way. So if there's a speed limit sign facing this way, this shouldn't be a one-way. When I was in Ohio, where were we at? We were in Toledo. It was about 8 hours and 3 minutes away from Philly. This, where we're at, is 4 hours down from Toledo. 4 hours and 20-something minutes. So add 4 hours to that 8. It's probably like 12 hours to get here from Philly. I'm going to make this left because the car is facing forward. But let's keep on going. Look at this. Houses on our left, houses on our right. But yeah, it's kind of hard explaining over and over again, guys. So I try to just keep it neutral. At the end of the day, it is what it is. So what's the most famous person out of Ashland, Kentucky? Number 1 is Winona Judd. Who is that? I've heard of Winona, but I heard of Winona Ryder, not Winona Judd. We're at 21st and Hilton. Let's continue moving forward. The houses on our right are up a very steep hill. Wow, they got forever steps. Let me try to count them for y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Roughly 35 to 36 steps on my right to walk up to your front door. Yo, whoever lives there got to have calves of steel. Your calves got to be ripped. Seriously, walking up and down that daily? That is incredible. Imagine trying to lift like a sofa up there. Or like a refrigerator. You definitely need a hand truck. Hand trucks come in handy. They save your back. Seriously. I didn't learn that until it was too late. We're at 22nd and Hilton Ave. My pop always used to tell me, you're going to kill your back. You're going to kill your back thinking you Incredible Hulk. And I used to lift dryers, washers, stoves, all types of just heavy stuff. And yep, years later, I was feeling it. We're back on Lexington Ave. We got King's Daughters Emergency. You see, that's why I thought King's Daughters had something to do with the medical system. Wow. No dogs allowed in that park. And no bikes allowed on sidewalk. Man, they be tripping with that stuff. Is Ashland, Kentucky poor? 24.5% of the population for whom poverty status is determined in Ashland, Kentucky, 4.97K out of 20,000.3 people live below the poverty line. A number of that is higher than the national average, 12.3%. We're approaching Bath. Here's the entrance to Central Park on our left. First Church of Nazarene on our right. Let's check the opposite side. The opposite side of, what was that? Winchester? What's in front of us? Center for Advanced Imaging. I'm going to make this right on Central Ave. I'm sorry. I got this car that's been following me for about 5 blocks. It bothers me when people follow me for too long, especially if I make several turns and they turn with me several turns. It's like, you know, so I always pay attention to that. On our left, we got King's Daughters Medical Center, Center for Advanced Imaging. I'm assuming like x-rays, right? X-rays, radiology, things of that nature. Advanced imaging. I have a buddy who grew up in the same block with me. Shout out to Andy and Nilo. I believe he got a degree in radiology. He went to Bloomsburg and all of that stuff. And he's a radiologist. We're at 23rd and Central Ave. King's Daughters Outpatient Service Center on our left. All right, let's take this down to the dead end in front of us and then make a left. The gentleman crossing 24th Street on my right. We're passing 24th and Central. So are there any movies shot here in Kentucky? Let's see. Were there any major films shot here in Kentucky? Let's make this. I know I said I was going to see what's on that side, but I kind of see a whole little neighborhood over here that I'm curious about. Can I spend just 5 minutes over here seeing what this little neighborhood is about, and then I'll try to come back around. So what movies were shot in Kentucky? You got Secretariat by Disney. You got Tammy, Melissa McCarthy. Tammy, that's a good movie. If you haven't seen it, you got to check it out. It's a comedy. It's a funny movie, and it was shot in Kentucky, which is cool. We got a big truck behind us. Give me a second, guys. Oh, look at that dually on my right. They got a whole bunch of little knickknacks on it. Let's make this left at Montgomery Ave. We're at 25th and Montgomery. Let's make this left. This is the little community that I saw from afar. It caught my eye. I was just curious on what's going on back here. Oh, we got some military vehicles on my right. Yo, we got military vehicles, guys. Wow, we got tanks, guys. We got all types of Hummers and Humvees. And oh, it must be a military base because there's a dude walking with the full uniform. Wow, there's some more right here on my right. You see him with the camo gear? Yeah, they got a bunch of military vehicles. Let me make this left here. I only wanted to check it out. You see, if we went ahead, yo, this is May, and then we're on 26, May 26th. Yo, this was 26th Street, and we were on May Court. My birthday's in May, so that's cool. Now, if my birthday would have been in May 26th, then that would have been freaky. May 26th. Hold up, let me go to May and then go to 20th Street. Then I'll really be on my block. You know what I mean? May 20th. Oh man, it's so warm. Sheesh. I'm allowing this Civic behind us to pass us. I'm gonna have to turn on the air. I'll be trying to conserve fuel, but you know the saying, when you gotta go, you gotta go. But when you're hot, it's hot. Oh, look at this. It's getting hot in here. Look at these little houses, these little tiny, nice little rancher homes. They're nice. These little one-story homes, nice little lawn. Simple but effective, man. Something to live in. Nice for a senior citizen, nice for a small family. Maybe like somebody who just, had a child. You don't need a lot of space to raise a family. All you need is a roof over your head. Rain Man was shot here. Dreamer. Elizabethtown. Above Suspicion, Goldfinger. Let's make this right so we can go check the opposite side, like I said. Goldfinger, Kentucky. The movie called Kentucky. Go figure. I said go finger and then I said go figure. The Clove Hitch Killer, Burt Lancaster, Kentuckian. The Insider, Coal Miner's Daughter, U.S. Marshals. All right, let me focus on the road here. We're at 25th and Carter. This is Carter Ave. Another King's Daughters Medical Center Technology Center on our left. Sharp left. We got Carter Ave Beverage and Wine and Spirits in front of us on our left. Somebody is in the drive-thru on our left on a bicycle, yo. Yo, they're on a bicycle. Yo, they let you do that here? And one time I tried to do that on my motorcycle, and I went through the drive-thru, and they didn't let me. I'm like, what? Like, what you talking about? Like, this is a motor vehicle. Oh, you can't. You got to get out. Because if their beepy thingy doesn't register it, because there's like a sensor. So I think when a car goes through it, it like gives them a little beep in their headset. Look at Honda dealership on my right-hand side. Honda. One of the best brands ever made, baby. Let's argue. But yeah, that is crazy. Stripes. Oh, that's cool. Stripes are shot here. The Idols of March. Stallone Snipes. Demolition Man. Get out of town. Oh, snap. That was set in Kentucky. So some of these movies, all right, my bad. Some of these movies are shot in Kentucky. Some of them are set in Kentucky, but they all have Kentucky in relation. They're all related through Kentucky. King's Daughters Comaiden Clinic Lipid Clinic. Yeah, King's Daughters run stuff around here. Kind of like how in Philly it's Penn Hospital. Here it must be King's Daughters. Look at the little scooter on my right-hand side. A little meep. You see it? It's the tail. Is it Tao? Yeah, it's the tail 50. We're at 23rd and whatever this is. Winchester. The Castle Apartments in front of us. Yo, those apartments look crazy. Yo, the Castle Apartments. Oh, there's nothing on the opposite side, guys. It's all industrial. So even if I was to go forward, that's all industrial. That's all private property. Like, I'm not scrapping. That's a scrapyard. It looks like a scrapyard right in front of us. Onyx Tint and Ceramics on our right. I don't know how businesses like that stay afloat in small towns like this. Tint? Like, how often do people don't come every day to get tints? Like, you know, maybe once a week, twice a week. You might get a job a day. You might get 4 jobs a week. But, you know what I mean? It's not like 50 people a day are coming to buy tint, to get their car tinted. Especially, I don't know what the regulations and the laws are here of tint, but I know a lot of cities are strict when it comes to tint laws. Oh, man, we got another vehicle coming. So the Haunt, American Animals, Boy Meets Girl, Kingsman, Hustle or The Hustler, Racing Stripes, Rust Creek. I saw Rust Creek. Rust Creek's a cool movie too. Rust Creek. It's a cool movie. It's with a female. She ends up, I think her car breaks down, and then this dude comes and he like tries to kidnap her, and she tries to get away. And yeah, it's a pretty cool movie. Napa Auto Parts on our right. Job's Radiator and Automotive on our right. Bear Vapor on our left. Bill Cole Commercial Ford. So that's part of the Ford dealership on our right. Yeah, everything on my right is we can't enter. It's all private property. It looks like probably like even a railroad track might be back there. Shell gas station on our left. $4.39 per gallon. Great American Floors. We're passing 21st and Green Up. I'm going to make this left here just because I don't want to be on the fast street anymore. This is high-paced street. We're at 20th and Green Up. Yo, can I go up to May? That'd be dope. Hold on, let me try to go up to May. I'm hype. Yeah, I'm hype. You best believe I'm hype. Let's see if we can go up to May. Unless May's taken over by the King's whatever. The King's Medical Facility. Above Suspicion. Oh, man, there's just a bunch of movies, man. Men Go to Battle. The Art of Self-Defense. Simpatico. Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile. What a name for a movie, right? Can I see Extremely Evil? No, they say, can I get 3 tickets to Extremely Evil, Shockingly Evil, and Vile, or whatever that name was? Like, could you imagine saying that? That's a mouthful. You got everybody going to the movie theaters asking for an evil movie. Oh, Carter. So hold on. After Carter was May, or was May before? Did we just pass May? Man, hold on. If the next block ain't May, then we just passed May. Because I think May was next to Carter. Unless May only was down there on the left and is not on the right. American Legion, Clarence Fields on our right. Let me see. Alright, we're on Jack Fugman Way. Jack Fugman Way, and we're at Central. Nah, that's whack. There ain't no May 20th available. We're at 20th and Central. This is the park in front of us. It's a nice park. It's well maintained, well kept. It looks clean. We got houses right here on our left, right across the street. So that means that if you live across the street, you got access to the park. Let's make this left on 21st. Just because I don't think we went through 21st yet. We kept going straight earlier. Let's make this left 21st. Let's see, the other movie, Next of Kin, Lawn Dogs, How the West Won, A League of Their Own, Shelba Baby, Daniel Boone, The Return of the Living Dead, Saratoga, The Strangers Pray at Night. Oh, snap, The Strangers Pray at Night? We got The Strangers 1 and we got Strangers 2. I didn't know there was a Strangers 3 called The Strangers Pray at Night. I'm going to have to see that movie. It came out in 2018. That was shot here too? Wonder if part 1 and part 2 was shot here. Probably not, because it would have been on the list, right? It would have probably been on the list. All right, let's keep on moving forward. State Farm Insurance Agency on our right. Dotson Law on our left. Mercedes-Benz speeding behind us. Lexus parking in front of us. Winchester. Nope. May 20th does not exist in this town. Womp, womp, womp. 21st in Winchester. I think I'm going to make a left. Let's go towards downtown. Wow, there's a lot of traffic though. Hold on. Let me be patient. Harlan County War, Where Hope Grows. Shirley Temple, the little colonel. Or the little colonel. On the Road, In Country, The Story of Seabiscuit, The Killing of the Sacred Deer, or of a Sacred Deer. Regional Public Safety Communication Center on our right. King's Daughters Primary Care, Ashland on our left, next to Jolly Pirate Donut. How many of you guys like donuts? Yeah, donuts are pretty cool. I don't eat them as often as I used to when I was young. I think I talked to y'all about donuts several months ago, but hey, let's talk about donuts again for the new people. When I see donuts, I used to get the chocolate glazed donut. That was one of my favorite. I used to get the French crullers, another one of my old favorites. I would get obviously the original, the old fashioned are cool to an extent. I would get the sugar donut or the jelly, the sugar jelly donuts. Yes, with like the cherry jelly, yes, or the strawberry, whatever it was. But I wasn't a fan of the cream or like the lemon cream. Nah, I wasn't a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of like those creams. Or you know what else I used to get from Krispy Kreme? I used to actually, when I was a youngster, work at a gas station. I used to run one of the busiest gas stations in Philadelphia on Castor and Aramingo when it used to be Hess gas station in my younger years. And we used to have a Krispy Kreme there. And the manager basically, I guess that's their rules, they had to throw away whatever didn't sell by the end of the day. They would throw away the donuts. And we used to throw away dozens of donuts. So I got hip to it. I got hip and I asked, like, could I, do you mind if I take donuts, like, so they don't all go to the waste? So I said at least bring like a dozen of donuts home every night. And blueberry, Krispy Kreme blueberry, with the blueberry in it. If you know, then you know. The blueberry donuts was popping. And their jelly donut was kind of alright too, but Fire Down Below, JL Family Ranch. Mom and Dad, yeah, when Nicolas Cage was shot here. That's the one when they get angry. Yeah, that's a dope movie. You gotta watch that too. Dope movie. Nicolas Cage got a lot of movies under his belt, don't he? He got a lot of movies. Nicolas Cage is a good actor too.